G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Now today, I'm super excited. I am going to try a lace and a bloom together. Now, you may have seen a few photos going around on my Facebook group, Pouring Your Heart Out. So the first lady that I saw did this. She did a bloom and then she did the lace on the background, and I'll show you. If you don't know what that is, I'll show you in a minute. And that was Kim Sherwood. Hi Kim, amazing work. And then Kelly did one, Kelly Medved from Kelly's in the Kitchen. Hey Kelly. And then yesterday, oh my gosh, I saw Rachel's. Hi Rachel Wymark. So she did one. So you know, I just have to do one, and I love being inspired by other artists. Other artists are not our competition, they are our inspiration. Just remember that, okay? We can all play nice together. And I just love theirs. So anyway, if you haven't seen what a bloom is, this is one of my previous 3D blooms, like that. There's another one, and you know, I have done hundreds. You can check out my YouTube channel if you're new to my channel. And then this is the lace effect. And there's just another example as well. So what we do is we pour the lace, or we pour the bloom first. Let's put these away. Pour the bloom first, and then once that's cured, do the lace. So I'm going to have a go. All right, wish me luck. So I have got in my little cup here, I don't know if I'm going to use it all. I have got some Let's Resin Fast Cure, and we're already like on 32 degrees, so that's fine. I like doing it sort of around about 33 degrees. I am going to pop 20 grams in here. I'm not going to need a lot because I'm only going to do a little bloom in the center like that, so we don't need a lot, but I will do 20 just because it's too hard to just work with 10 grams. So I'll pop 20 grams in here, and that'll be for my white. These little scales are great for small volumes of resin, or if you just want to weigh out, you know, your white paste. So that's that one done. And then I'm going to pour in the rest of this. Now, I don't want it to go all the way up to the top, so what I've done is, and hopefully I've got enough for the first layer, it does need to be deep enough so that your bloom can actually move. You need to have, you know, deep enough resin so the bloom can actually spread. So this was 95 grams of A and about 90 grams of B. So I did that. And I'm going to choose these two colors, similar. I'm not quite sure what Rachel used. She had like a blue and a purple, so I'm going to use those two. I just put them on there on a piece of paper towel so that I could see. That was just my isopropyl dispenser giving me a little shot of alcohol so I can clean my gloves. That noise. All right, so that's done. Just give us a little bit of a tap, 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 because I'm trying to get, you know, the resin to go into my little crystals there. This is my crystal edge tray. I think it's about 20, it's about 20 centimeters, 8 inches across. All right, so now I'm just going to use the Deco Rom. I do like the Deco Rom because it's not that highly pigmented, so it has, like, the colors spread more. I'm just going to start with 5, like that. Oh, and that one is blueberry. This one is lavender. And we'll just go in between those. And then a couple in the middle as well. Alrighty, so that's going to be for the bloom. Depending on how that looks, how it spreads, I may do some more for the next layer. So that can just sit there and move while we get the white mixed up. So I'm not going to do like crystals or anything in the center. I'm going to do a little swirl like that in the center this time. But you could put some crystals or glass or whatever, stone in the middle. Right, so that's 20 grams. So we're going to do 2 drops of bloom. 1, 2. Close that off. That's the bloom pigment paste. Specially formulated for the 3D blooms. And it says on the back, 1 drop of bloom per 10 grams of resin. And I'll leave it upside down like that just so that the paste's already down there. So give it a bit of a squeeze, wait till the drop comes to the end and then let go. Otherwise you'll get a whole stream coming in and you don't want that. You only want a very small amount. If you want your bloom to be more sort of transparent and ethereal looking, you could use less. You could just use 2 tiny drops. If you wanted it to be heavier, more opaque, you could use 2 big drops, or you could just use 3 drops. Just experiment. And I would suggest keeping a little diary on, you know, the temperature of your resin, and how many drops of everything you use, so that if it does work, you can recreate it. You can look back at your recipe and say, oh, that's what worked. And look, pretty much I think all resins will do the 3D bloom, but it needs to be of a certain consistency. It needs to be a thick. So if you're using a really thin 2-to-1 resin, you may have to just wait longer. I remember when I was using a very thin resin, I waited like 50 minutes for it to thicken. But with this one, I just stirred it for 4 minutes. And then I did put it in my little debubbling machine or vacuum chamber, whatever you've got, for 5 minutes or so. And then by the time I sort of went around and got my little piping bag and my inks and things like that, it was already 31 degrees. And then I thought, okay, let's start. So that's what we did. All right, so that's looking pretty. There's a couple of little specks of dried ink, I guess, that's fallen in. Now don't torch this. It is alcohol ink, and you could set fire to it. So don't torch it. And also the heat, I think, affects the alcohol, so yeah. And sometimes as well, if you put in too much alcohol ink, it does affect the way that your bloom moves. And look, I feel like I'm lecturing you today. Make sure the ink goes down well in advance of piping your petals. Otherwise, when the ink moves, it'll make your bloom or your petals move as well. So put your ink in early and make sure it's stopped moving before you start. There we go. I think I'm done now. I think I'm done with the lecture. But look, some people are still struggling with the bloom. All right, now I think what I'll do is I might just do my little sort of rose effect, like so. You could just do a spiral if you wanted to, and then pull the stick through, but I think today I'm just going to do my little rose effect. And you can still pull the stick through as well if you wanted to. But this really makes a stunning sort of 3D flower. Don't want to go too far out. Is that kind of centered? I feel as if I've gone too far out already. Just kind of... Okay, that'll do. That'll do. So heaps left. Didn't need much at all. Alrighty. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in with my little silicone tool here and just sort of spread out those little blobbies, because we don't want blobbies on the other side, and where you start and stop, it tends to have a little bit of a blob, so you just want to sort of smooth them out a bit, like so. And if you wanted to, you could, you know, draw your stick through a little bit, but don't think I'm going to. See, if you pull a stick through here, it sort of mixes up that one there. But I'm just going to pop a little dot in the middle, just so that when I come back and do my swirl, I've got something in the middle. I've probably done that a little bit too big, actually. Maybe a bit smaller, but we shall see. I am just going to give this a few minutes to move a little bit, and then I will come in with my little stick and I'll just swirl it. If you wait a little bit longer, when you swirl, it's a little bit more pronounced than if you do it too early, because if you do it too early, the resin's still moving and it can sort of just lose its shape a little bit. This one on the end here is not doing much. Just give that one a little bit of heat to say, move it along a bit. Off you go into the middle. All right, so I'm just going to leave that for 5 minutes. I'm going to clean up my mess and I'll be right back. All right, so it's been a few minutes, not very long. I'm too excited to do it. I've decided I'm going to pull the stick through as well, just rather so that I'm not having a round mold and a round center, just a little bit more interest. So what I'll do is, I'll do the center in a minute. Where the blue is, I think I'll go out where the blue is, like so. You don't have to go very deep, it's just through the top layer of your resin. You don't need to be touching the bottom of the mold. And then here we'll just go in. And we'll just see what that's going to look like. I don't think I've ever done that with my rose design, so we'll see what that's going to look like. And now start in the middle and then go out and back in. There we go. And hopefully that will be pretty. I think that'll just be a little bit more interesting. All right, so now I am done. I'll leave these colors because I probably will. I'll add a little bit more color when I do my next layer. But what I'm going to do now is just cover this, and once that other resin, well, the resin has cured enough, like it's touch dry, it doesn't have to be hard enough to be able to unmold, but it does need to be touch dry, and then we'll come back and do the next layer with the lace effect. So it has cured now, and look how small that center went, really small. You can see, hopefully you can see some petals around here. I actually can't see whether or not there's petals under that ink or whether it's just ink because it's a white mold and white petals, so I can't tell. I have got some resin mixed up, and it is the Artline Honey resin, which I will link Artline for you down below, and there's a 10% coupon code, which is a bonus. So what we want to do now is weigh out some for our white. So I have got in here, I will tell you exactly because I wrote it down, 100 grams of A and just under 50 grams of B, so 150 grams, and that should be enough, hopefully, to fill it. Doesn't matter if it's not full. So 150 grams, and we're going to put 15 grams in here. Got 16. It's up to you how specific you want to be. Oh, it's 16 anyway. So now I'm going to zero that, and we are going to have some of the Etter Art drops. The lovely Nicole Martin has sent me some Etter Art drops, so they will be arriving shortly with any luck. But this one is still, I've got a little bit left from when Kelly sent me some, because she can get it over in the States. What am I doing? And I can't. So she very kindly sent me some of hers. So let's do 0.5, half a gram. Just give it a squeeze. Hopefully you can see. 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.46, 0.5. Okay, it's 0.54, but that's fine. Close enough. Put the little lid back on there, and then I'll keep it upside down because there wasn't much in there because she took some out of her bottle very generously. So, but I keep it up like this so it's ready to go. All right, so that's all we need. I'm hoping that's all we need. It is a bigger mold though than those other ones that I've been doing. Just wondering if I should add a little bit more, just because it is a bigger mold. You know, the ones that I've been doing, like the hibiscus and that. It's the same, they're the same width, but they've got like pieces missing out. I'm just going to add an extra 5 grams to take it up to 20 grams. And now I don't know how much more Etter Art to put in. Let's see. What I'll do, 15 to 0.5. So 7 would be 0.25. So probably about 0.15 maybe. Something like that. Roughly. There you go. All right. So yeah, that should be right. Look, I don't think 0.05 of a gram is going to make that much difference. So we shall see. Oh, I keep forgetting to tell you. I've been meaning to tell you for a few days now, and I keep forgetting. I currently have a sale on my eBay store. It started off as a Valentine's Day sale, so it's been going about a week, and it's only got a couple more days to go. So if you do want to grab yourself some of my molds, my eBay store link is down in the description. It's just the eBay store, it's not the Amazon store, it's just the eBay ones that are on sale. So if you want to buy a few molds, because I get so many messages saying, how do I combine postage? All you do is put the molds that you want in your cart and then pay once. Check out once. Don't buy one and pay, and then buy another one and pay, and then buy another one and pay, because you're going to pay too much postage. Put them all in your cart and then check out. All right, so anyway, there we go. I just thought I'd remind you because we've only got a couple more days left of the sale. And it's a good one. It's 10% off. All right, and you can grab this one too if you wanted it. Now, go around the outside with this white. All the way around. There we go. Try to get it as evenly as possible. I won't worry about scraping it out. I think that's sufficient. All right, so now that that's done, all we're going to do is pour in this clear into the center. Like so. And then add a little bit of colour if we want some colour. Just going to wipe off my stick. Dropped it on the ground. Okay, wipe off my stick. Alright, so we'll do a little bit of, don't want too much colour. I'll add just a little bit here on the blue. One drop just on top of that blue, and then a drop of the lavender just a little bit lower above those other purpley tones. All right, so that's it now. Gosh, oh, what's that? What's that? Dropped. drop to drip, drip to drop. All right, there we go. All right, so now all we've got to do is wait. I'm not going to torch just yet because I only just put down the alcohol inks, and of course they've got alcohol in them, and you know it can flame up, especially, and then if you've got plastic gloves on, so oh my gosh, don't do it. All right, so let's just hope that this works. I'll give it a few minutes, and then I'll just give it a light torching, and basically going to cover it, and hopefully, cross your fingers for me, hopefully it'll work, hopefully it'll close in. And that white, as it moves, hopefully it'll make some nice little kind of lacy effects. So yeah, looking forward to seeing this one. All right, I will see you in a few hours. Probably the honey resin I can unmold in about 5 hours, especially in, you know, if your room's warm. So that'll be later on tonight. I can get that done before bed. It's lovely getting a whole project done and unmolded and edited in one day. It's great. All right. Let's come down for a bit of a close-up, and then I will leave you while we wait for, hopefully, some pretty effects to happen. But look at that center. Look how small my blooms ended up. Teensy wincy. All right, see you soon. It has cured. I wanted to hurry it up because I wanted to get it done before my dinner tonight. So it's 6 p.m. So I just popped it into my food dehydrator just for half an hour, just to warm it a little bit. So it's a little bit bendy still because it's quite warm still. But look at the effects. And if you look right down here, you can see I've got some little blobbies, little droplets going on. So yeah, so super excited. I kind of don't want to look in case it's not as good as I'm hoping it's going to be. I'm really hoping it's going to be pretty. So let's have a look. Get that out. Hope I can do Rachel justice with the one she did. So I think she used this mold as well, actually. It looks like mine anyway. This is my Crystal Edge tray mold, and I'll link that one for you down below. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. Are we ready? All right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Oh wow, you guys. Look at that. That is gorgeous. What do you think? I'm going to pop it down so I can get the camera and take you down. Oh, it's so pretty. The blue's quite bright. I guess that's the only thing. The blue's quite bright, but then I did put a drop there and then a drop underneath as well. But oh, look at that. Look at the edge. My edge isn't, like, sometimes I get this stark white edge, but it's more sort of muted, sort of hazy. It's really pretty. I prefer it to that really stark white edge that I get sometimes. Definitely more muted. Blended is a better word. All right, now let's have a look at this bloom. Oh my gosh, look at that bloom. Wow. And this is what I was saying to you. I wasn't sure whether or not that was a petal or whether that was just ink. But it's a very, very ethereal looking petal. Now I didn't add a lot of white because I knew that I was going to have a lot of sort of opaque white around the edge. So I didn't want to do too heavy in the center for the bloom. Look at my little swirl. What do you think? Do you like it? I'm just not sure about these dark points coming out. Oh, anyway, it's done now. Maybe I should have just left them and not, or maybe still pulled it out, like pulled the stick out with it, but not taken it all away. What do you think? Do you think I should have just stopped there and then just had all of that around there, just with the blue and the purple? Actually, where's my purple? Purple. might put purple drops in. Can't see them. They kind of, I think they've moved, because I can see them there, but I think they've just all moved in. That is so cool. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's go for a little walk over here, away from those bright LED lights, and we'll just have a look at it over here. Just a different view, I guess, without such bright lights on. Still getting that light from above though. Gosh, making my hand quite warm. I love it. But yeah, I'm just not sure about those blue points. You guys let me know, because I'd like to do again. I'd like to go again with some different colors, maybe some greens. So next time, let me know in the comments down below. Should I just stop there? I think maybe I will just stop there on each of them just to see what it looks like, because now it looks like a star. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a lot of fun. I'm glad I did that. And of course, that is the crystal edge there that you can see. I didn't fill it up all the way, so it's, you know, not as thick as it can be. If you want to pour more thickly, you can, or deeply, I should say. So there it is. I just went and turned off those bright lights just so that we can maybe see it a little bit better, because it's very white and all those bright lights just make it really glary. So hopefully this is a little bit better. I'm no videographer, but hopefully we can see it a little bit better. But I'm really keen to hear what you think of this one. So let me know. Pop your comments down below. And yeah, I'd love to hear what you think of it. And also, what colour should I do next? I'm thinking maybe greens. Or do you think I should go sort of magenta and yellow? Maybe that would look really pretty. Pink and yellow, because then we'll get like an orangey tone as well. So yeah, maybe those. But anyway, let me know what you think. Oh, I'm super happy with it. All right, I better go and have my dinner now. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all again real soon for the next one, and we can do this again. All right, take care everyone. Bye for now.